I never imagined a single message popping up at 1:07 a.m. could flip my entire world on its head. It was from my wife. 4 words. No explanation. Don't wait for me. That was it. I stared at the screen, confused, irritated, uneasy, all at once. My thumb hovered over the keyboard while my head spun with possibilities. Should I ask where she was? Should I pretend it didn't bother me? Should I demand answers? Instead, I did something impulsive. I took a picture of our silent living room, the place that used to overflow with warmth, and I sent it back to her with a short reply. It's okay. No one's waiting. 7 long minutes later, my phone buzzed again. My pulse jumped. I didn't know if I was scared or bracing for the truth. I'm Ethan, 37. I've been married to Clara for a decade. To the outside world, we were the couple people envied, supportive, connected, in sync. But lately that harmony had been fading. Late nights. Missed conversations. Forced smiles. Nothing explosive, just distance quietly creeping in. And I ignored it. Pretended it was work. Stress. Life. But deep down I knew better. Her message that night carried a weight that couldn't be brushed aside. I paced the apartment as Jasper, our golden retriever, nudged my leg. He always sensed when something wasn't right. Tonight he wouldn't leave my side. When the 7 minutes finally ended and her reply arrived, my stomach dropped. It was a photo. Clara sitting alone in a dim cafe. Eyes distant. Expression tired. Her caption read, "Guess you were right." The bottom fell out of my chest. My first thought was anger. Right about what? Were you with? Why are you avoiding home? But then I forced myself to breathe. This wasn't a stranger. This was the woman I built a life with. And she looked lost. The truth I had been brushing off suddenly felt real. We hadn't been close in a long time. Not truly. We were still living together but not with each other. Before I could decide what to say, another notification lit up my screen. A second photo. She was outside now, sitting under a flickering streetlight. Coffee untouched. Shoulders slumped. Her caption said, "Your photo made me think." Something inside me shifted. For the first time in months, she wasn't hiding behind busyness or excuses. She was showing me something real, vulnerability I thought she'd stopped sharing. I grabbed my coat. I didn't know whether I was heading into a fight, a confession, or the end of something we'd built, but I knew I had to go. The streets were empty as I walked. The air cool. The city strangely quiet, like it understood how heavy my thoughts were. When I reached the cafe, I saw her instantly. She looked up. No smile. No anger. Just a kind of soft pain that made my chest tighten. "Ethan," she whispered. We sat down without touching the coffee between us. Silence stretched, thick but necessary. After a while, I asked quietly, "Why didn't you tell me something was wrong?" She let out a breath that sounded like she'd been holding it all year. "I didn't know how," she said. And I was scared. Scared of messing things up even more. Scared that maybe we were already too far apart. Hearing her say it hurt, but it was also a relief. I wasn't imagining the distance. It was real. "Clara," I said softly, "I didn't send that picture to guilt you. I wanted you to see what we've been missing. I wanted you to remember that someone is here, even when it doesn't feel like it." Her eyes glistened. She looked away, then back at me with a trembling breath. "I didn't realize how much I've been overlooking," she admitted. "I thought I needed space. I didn't see that I was pushing away the one person who's always been on my side." I reached out, hesitating. She met my hand halfway and rested her fingers on mine. That small touch felt louder than any argument or apology. We didn't rehash every fight or dissect every missed moment. We simply sat together, present for the first time in a long time. No big speeches. No promises carved in stone. Just understanding. By the time we walked home, it was almost 3 a.m. At the door, she stopped and whispered, "Thank you for not walking away when I almost did." My voice caught, but I managed, "I'm not giving up on us." And I meant it. That night, for the first time in months, I didn't fall asleep feeling alone. I fell asleep with something I'd thought we'd lost. Hope. Hope that love can survive distance. Hope that honesty can rebuild what silence broke. Hope that sometimes the smallest gesture, a photo, a conversation, a hand reaching across a table, can pull two people back from the edge. And I realized something. Love isn't proven in big moments. It's proven in the quiet ones.